people don't want to be questioned, I just leave them. All right, that's cool, whatever, like that, man. They don't, I can't. I got a mission, man. That was a mandate from God. He said feed the people. So if anybody else telling me like, look, don't feed the people, I'm like, I don't hear what you saying. Go ahead. I'm gonna keep it moving.
So you ever experienced so far that the people whose opinion that you value ever was in resistance on the movement that you have going on?
No. They got people that might be lackluster towards what I got going on, but it was never like just I ain't for it or trying to discourage me or nothing like that. Nah.
Do you ever have resentment for anybody like that? It's like,
oh no, I don't have resentment for nobody. I don't know, not me. I don't have not like that, not me.
Because everybody be on that cutoff season, like they ready to just cut off anybody that disturb their peace of mind, and that's the big thing now. It's like cut them off, but do you can't cut everybody off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't get cut off.
It's hard to cut off the people that you love, man.
Right?
That ain't no easy thing to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It can be done, but it's not easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it hurt to cut the people off that you love. But,
right.
If you gotta cut them off, that's what gotta happen.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just life. Life comes with those trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I try not to get off into that, just like cutting them off. If they want to cut themselves off, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I can, kind of.
So you allow them to separate themselves.
Yeah. I just don't give them the same energy no more.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I'm an Aries.
Yeah.
So, oh Lord.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a Libra.
Libras I'm okay with, but Aries, y'all fire signs, like y'all tempered. Look, that means you had some growth, man, because Aries is fire signs and they stuck in their ways and they be having strong stubbornness to change. Yeah. So that means you develop because
because you like Aries, a Libra over there, my brother.
Yeah, you balance.
Boy, I got that balance.
But guess what? I ain't got it all together. Believe that. I don't have it, boy. Look, I don't got it all together.
That's why I got that red hat on. Them Aries is hot. Them Aries be hot now. Look, I done dealt with one for years. I'm a Cancer, so it's like I'm an emotional crybaby, but I'm an emotional gangster. I will turn up and turn down. I will beat you and pray for you at the same time. I will love on you and hug you and then be mad at you.
All right.
Do you hold grudges?
No, I try not to. I try not to hold grudges because I from where I come from and to where I'm at, I don't never want to go back where I come from.
Yeah.
So anything that's kind of like gonna turn me into that person again, I kind of like try not to even be on that level right there. Mm-hmm. So like grudges, no. I'm more like if you do something with family, I'm gonna tell you about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like holding it in my mind saying, I got this offense and this offense and that offense. No, because I know at the end of them that stack up in psychology they call it psychological trading stamps. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it. That's one of the things that they call it, psychological trading stamps, meaning that they got all kind of different color stamps, and the angry stamp is a red stamp. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you would keep collecting brown stamps and not feel good stamps for somebody until it turns to a red one. Wow. Yeah. That's when things get crazy. Yeah. When they turn red.
It's reaction time.
But I understand a lot of that. So therefore, I try not to like hold on to none of that stuff like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I don't never want to be that person again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I always want to be a better person.
I'm not a grudge. I have I carry less feelings as possible, but I'm a neutral person. Like, again, I'm a Libra, and I like to keep balance. If I feel like a person going to off shift my balance, I'm going to move from around you. But that don't mean I'm going to stop talking to you either, because I'm a businessman. Mm-hmm.
I'm not a grudge holder.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I can't hold them to save my life. I'll be mad 1 minute and I'm ready to get over it.
It sounds like we have a mutual understanding, and that's when you reach the level of maturity.
No, that's not maturity, because sometimes I wanted to hold a grudge. I wanted to be mad for a little while.
But you didn't.
I know, but that's a hard, listen. Sometimes I understand grudge holding is bad, right? Mm-hmm. But there's sometimes in life where you need to not hold a grudge, but you kind of like need to stand on business with certain things.
Yeah, of course.
I have a hard time doing that, especially with people I love and care about. Like, I give in so much, even when it's like raising my brothers and stuff. Certain things with them is like I have to put my foot down. But then it's like I give in, and
not,
then it harms them in the long run.
It's not a grudge though. Like, you know.
No, it's not a grudge, but it's something I need to just be like mean, I guess.
Yeah, mean, strict is one thing. Grudge is different, right? We talking about grudges.
But I want to hold a grudge because I forgive everybody
for
everything.
But you don't, so it's fine.
I don't want to be fine
right?
with that. Why are you not listening to me?
You don't want to be, but you're good.
I feel like sometimes you just want. Well, you may not now. See, you got a little more age and maturity on me.
Definitely.
But with me, it's like sometimes I just be wanting to like just be mad at people, like because people didn't hurt me, but I always be like. And then my friend would tell me, like, she's like, Carol, that's a part of your gift, sweetheart. You know, everybody, you could let it go. I hold on stuff for years, and I lose so many people by just living in my head. And she was like, you don't live in your head. You see so much in people that what they could be rather than looking at them for sometimes who they are. You see the potential. And I'm like, I don't want to see the potential, but it's something I'm not in control of. And I don't never know if that's, well, I'm learning now at this part of my life. I'm learning like that is a gift. That is something that not everybody have, and you have to value that because people is striving to get there, and you already there, and that's why you could collide with people because they don't understand you and they don't understand like why you going through so much and you be smiling.
But again, that's maturity, right? And also, I feel like women.
Not maturity because I've been this way.
But that's still you've been maturing.
My maturity is I don't aggressively handle things the same way.
Yeah.
That's
but you know what's the funny part to me, right? Is how women have this unconditional love element to them, and they still have this. It come with a caveat, right? But for men, we love conditionally, so we should be the ones with grudges. A lot of the times, and what I mean by conditional love, right? A man is taught to be the warrior all the time. We can't show our weakness around our family, around our women.
Why y'all so scared to show y'all love?
It feel like it's nature for me. What about you, my brother?
I ain't afraid to show it no more.
Yeah, well, I still.
But what about then? What was the barrier then? Like
during that time, I was an angry youth. I was an angry kid. So during that time, if I felt like Aries in you. If I felt during that time, if I felt like it. If you made me feel any kind of way, I'm gonna entertain it.
Yeah.
Like
it's just gonna win, lose, or draw. It don't matter. Let's go. However, but now that I'm a grown man, I understand that there's consequences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Behind my actions, I'm responsible for my actions.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So now I don't have time for all of that.
Yeah.
Because like I said, everybody lose.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I lose, and if I lose, so many people lose. When I was in prison, and I used to be doing those cases, like I worked in law libraries. A lot of brothers I helped get out of prison.
Right.
A lot of brothers, right? So I may have 10 cases, right? A situation might arise. I gotta think about the situation. At one time, I didn't think. I just reacted.
Yeah.
That's what you said? Bam, there you go. But now I gotta think. I said, nah, if I do whatever it is, what about the 10 dudes? Cases I got. What about the 10 lives I'm juggling? What about them? What happened to them?
Right.
Because of one moment, I wanted to give in to that right there. You know what I'm saying? So all that helped me grow. Helped me grow to a different person. I still get angry.
Yeah.
I still, that's human.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I still, so that's why I said a lot of those emotions. They human. I learned that they're human. I learned it's okay to not be okay all the time.
Yeah.
It's okay to cry.
Yeah.
It's okay to hurt. It's okay to
let
somebody.
I'm still learning, bro.
Yeah, you gonna learn though. You got to. That's just life.
Yeah.
That just happened. I'm older than you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That just happened with life. That just happened with maturity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At first, man, it wasn't like, what I'm saying? It was like, trust nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, all right, you can trust people.
Yeah.
Even if people let you down,
you can
trust them.
You can still trust people.
You know what I'm saying?
I have it more on a business side, right? But when it hit personally, it's like, I'm done. Yeah. I accept more things as the business Ricky than the personal Ricky. Like the business Ricky, I'm more lenient towards relationships.
Yeah.
But personally, I'm going to give you 2 times. After that, I ain't dealing with you the same way. It ain't a grudge. It ain't a grudge. It's not a grudge. I don't have a grudge because I don't wish you no ill will. I'm not even thinking about you.
That's what grudges is when you wish people.
It ain't that, but I'm saying there's a lot of elements for me, right, that I have into this one pool. What I define grudge as.
And see, grudges to me is just simply somebody do you something and you hold that as the reason to not like them or to not communicate with them.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't like you. It's that I don't see you at that point, personally. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see you.
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? So it's not like a grudge. It's just something as a deal with me personally. I kind of balance my relationships personally and business. I try not to intertwine those two. Yeah. Now, me and my wife, we do personal business and business. But it's still a thin line between that, right?
Okay, this is a quick thing right here, y'all. Yeah. And then we gonna get how did you know, did you remember? But do y'all think mixing, y'all, you don't find it to be hard to mix your personal with like your wife and your stuff like this? That hard? Like, cause I find it hard.
I mean, we've been doing it so long. We've been doing it now 14 years. So at this point in life, we have that chemistry. Right. But when it first started, it was more, it was more rocky.
Yeah. I don't do it.
You don't do it?
I would do it, but I just don't do it.
I don't know.
Because I do my thing, she do her thing. Yeah. Like that.
I had a bad experience with it, so I think it gets so emotional, and I think when it comes down to me, I'm more of like I want it like this, and then if that person is not rushing like I'm rushing, I get mean and I get mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you got to be passionate about it, like I'm passionate about it, but everybody's not. So I feel like if it's an equally yoked thing where we both are in that passion, then it's fine. Yeah. But other than that, I don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because the communication helps and everything like that,
But I think me and my wife have the same passion, so.
Well, that's like the word.
We both started as entertainers. She was R&B, I was hip hop, right? Yeah. And then it evolved into nonprofit. And now, since I don't do as much hip hop, vocalizing myself through the podcast, I'm still expressing myself. Yes. And now she get to record that, So it's all in the same world,
So we have a part on the show where it's called Do You Know? And Did You Know? And Do You Remember? Yeah. We try to do like fun facts and stuff like where people kind of want to know this. They don't know these things, but they maybe want to know it or whatever. So my Did You Know is it's a fun one. It's not a serious one. But so we all have distinctive fingerprints, right? Like so everywhere we go, well, y'all know.
Oh yeah, of course.
Y'all ain't got fingerprints.
That's not funny.
So do y'all know that there's another part of your body that has one distinctive print that just you have? What y'all think it is?
I don't know.
You don't have no idea. Just think of any part of your body that you think, besides your fingerprints, because we know we have these. Where else on your body do y'all think that there's a part of your body where it's just a distinctive print that only you have?
I think your eyes.
No, because everybody has brown eyes.
Well, you're right. Well, I'm wrong.
What about you?
I don't know.
You don't have nothing that you think about. I thought y'all would have been like my toes or something. Like my toes.
I don't know.
Your tongue.
Your tongue.
Your tongue has its own print. If you actually look at your tongue and see there is different lines and on your tongue that has its own distinction. So if anybody ever want to fingerprint your tongue, tongue print your tongue, that's how they can identify you.
What?
Now we don't get that because of course that's nasty saliva and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But just imagine though y'all going to jail and they like
take this tongue print.
Because what if a person is crazy enough to like, no, I'm not getting my and that's people that might cut all the tips of their fingers off.
Yeah. Shit, they got a toe print. They got a toe print.
But now you know what? I don't know if your toes actually have even a print on it. Have you ever looked at the bottom of your toe to see?
Yeah, they got it. Yeah.
You sure?
Shit, I'm sure the babies get. That's how their birth certificate come out.
Sure is. Well, I guess it's a print. So your toes, but your tongue do too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fun fact.
All
right. So for my sex my segment on Do You
Sex.
Remember? My segment on Do You Remember today, I'm going to pass it up, you know, because I want to time travel. We're going to time travel today, right?
Okay.
I'm a millennial. And I'm pretty sure what you're a boomer.
What that is?
All of them.
That's
all
the-
of them
that's the
daggone
generation.
generations. Was,
Yeah.
Man, look, I just found out Gen Z. I know you heard of that before.
Yeah, I heard all of that before.
They call-
I don't classify
and
myself as none of those.
Well, I found out that the Z stand for Zoomers. So they had the boomers, which is like the people who's 56.
you trying to tell that man age
I'm
on
not.
there?
I'm
You
not.
tried to call him a boomer.
But what
you
I'm saying, I'm,
put him in
I'm
the
34
age
years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm a millennial. I'm at the top of the millennials. So,
That man did not want to tell
No,
his
I'm telling
age
my
by
age, I'm
calling him a
48.
boomer.
so
Absolutely.
he's a boomer.
Right.
Okay.
So we
I
want
don't-
to.
I don't
Yeah,
have a
you're a
problem
boomer.
with that.
So,
Ain't
look, I want to share this segment with you. I want to open it up to you. It's a
Okay.
Do You Remember? We want to know something from your era, right? That has relevance of today or that we don't know about, so you can enlighten the people, you know, as the generations under you.
You like that? Okay, so let's think about
Like what?
something back in the day, like that maybe y'all did.
What was unique to that
Yeah,
era?
like something that like
What
maybe
was
nobody
unique?
don't remember that or nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
What was
Well,
unique?
and one fun thing I can say about from my era that don't go on no more. I don't even see it like talking about it no more.
Mhm.
We used to go to high school dances.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this:
We used to.
Boy,
they do still go to dances because
I ain't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about
my
it.
son just went. He went to 2 recently. He went,
Yeah.
and I was shocked because my brothers, when like raising them, they never would go to dances.
Mhm.
Like, but my son, he's like totally different, and then he's also going into. He's in a school where it's like the. You know what it is? It's the New Orleans schools, I think, because he's in the outskirts. So he go to school with mixed, like he got whites,
Okay.
Asian stuff. So they still actually value going to dances,
Yeah,
and
they
they
do it.
actually go. But in New Orleans, it's like just prom.
no,
Yeah.
but
You
no,
know what I'm
they
saying?
do dances. They do that,
But
but it's
We
more
used to do 'em
private.
Like
We used to
do
do it
'em
every week. Every week, y'all used to
Oh,
do it.
well, no, that's
Every
different.
Friday. I went to Francis T. Nichols, which was Douglas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So every Friday,
Yeah.
they had a dance.
Yeah.
Oh, now see, no, they ain't
Yeah.
doing it like
Not
that.
every
Nah,
week.
nah, that's
Every
a,
Friday they had one. We looked forward to that.
So it was Club Nichols.
Yeah.
you know what? They
I
don't.
wasn't old enough to go to the club, so
it was
You go
Club
But was it
Yeah.
every school? Like every school had their own little dances, or was
yes,
it?
Nichols had them, Carver had them. You know, they had different schools had dances.
Okay.
Cause you know, back in the day, you know what I used to always see on all of their dance pictures? They used to have this chair.
Mhm.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh man, it had that little strong chair.
Yeah.
Bruh.
And it had the flip at the back, and everybody, either somebody sat in the chair and somebody on the side of the
Right,
chair
right,
like that,
right.
or they had that. I
That was
remember
all the
that
prop.
chair on.
That was the only
Property
problem.
came so far now. Yeah.
That chair used to be on every picture I've
Right.
ever seen my mom and them when they went to the dance, the school dance, the prom, every dance.
Yeah.
That damn chair was at the
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
That is fire.
So do you miss that chair?
No.
That is so funny.
That is. So
Man,
did you
that
know?
is cool. Did you know? Did you know you used to have dances every Friday? I did not know that y'all did that every week. That would be so fun.
I know.
Y'all need to, you know what? They need to have that where they bring back like the old school. Cause even like back then when they used to dance, like nobody don't dance like they used to.
Yeah.
You know, you used to dance like when I
Yeah.
watch Love and Basketball, y'all. And I'm wrapping it up. But when I watch Love and Basketball, y'all, and I seen them at the dance, and to see how they got down and actually dance like
Yeah.
that. Like, I mean, you know, we got the trip out and all that stuff, but it be the same dances. Back then, they used to get down.
Yeah.
And the boys and girls used to really dance together.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about like now, you know, the girls
They-
shake on
They
each
tripping
other.
out.
And
They're
the
tripping.
boys
It's the
trip
trip
out,
out.
but it's nobody don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't be
Yeah.
dancing together. Like, you
Mhm.
know, and it don't gotta be no nasty gyrating shit. It just gotta be, you know,
Right.
just get, you know, have a good
Yeah,
time. They don't do
that
no more.
type of dance is gone. They
I
hit that
wish.
shamal on you quick though. And they
Man.
crick that body to the
Yes, you
side. They crick that body
That's
to the
what I'm
side.
saying. I want to go back to. I
Yeah,
wish I
that-
could have just experienced.
I know,
like,
I do too.
a,
I really
just
do.
a little bit of it.
I think it
do.
was the times back then was more genuine. It's like
Yeah.
the more techie the world got, the more complicated it got.
Yeah.
It's more convenient in a sense, I should say, but it's definitely more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our segment on Did You Know and
did
Do You Remember?
Yeah, but I mean, look, we at our time. But I do want to thank you for coming. Like, we
thank
appreciate you.
y'all,
I hope you keep on feeding the people. I'm definitely, like, even
Yeah.
listening to you now, it has made me want to watch a lot more. Like, I want to really get into them to see what you be talking about and really get into that, because that is so important. And, like, just to know your purpose and your calling and what you're doing, and then that the fact you are truly, truly trying to service people, that means everything in the world to me.
It does.
Like, because I want to service people so much, but I haven't tapped in exactly how. And, like, I have a lot, like, being a mother and doing so much and working multiple jobs, I don't get to do it as much. That's why, like, the podcast and stuff means so much to me.
Yeah.
Because that's another way I can service. And then bringing people on like you who are doing stuff and serving the mission and being active and actually getting out there and reaching people. That's amazing, and I hope you keep doing it.
Yeah.
And don't ever stop, because I'm about to feed the people too.
Yeah, of course.
And he gonna feed the people, and we,
too.
like you say, we feed them, you feed them.
Yes.
You want to feed us, and then we feeding them.
Yes,
so
sir.
we thank you for feeding the
Thank you,
people.
Black man.
Yes. Thank you. So y'all, we will see y'all next week on EraBodys podcast. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and
share and comment.
Yes, on our YouTube, Instagram, and our X page. Peace.
Peace.